What's up YouTube? Welcome back to this channel where I help you to get started in property investment. Today we are going to talk about the worst property agents that I have encountered before, coming right up after this. Have you ever bought a property from agents before? Now obviously I have. So I'm going to share with you my experience that I deal with property agent. Now this will be a little bit of rant of the video about estate agents.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you will, look right here.
Now my first experience dealing with property agents is that they late for the appointment. Now I'm not talking about 5 to 10 minutes or maybe 15 minutes. To me a little bit acceptable because we're living in the city. People tend to get late because of the traffic, etc. Now the problem is this agent came late for the appointment 1.5 hours.
No! God, please, no! No! No!
Can you believe that? Now I should blame myself partially is because I shouldn't wait for the agents to come because it's really running late, and I'm just kind of person that if you're not going to cancel the appointment, I will stay to the appointment. Well, because since I'm there, so might as well go with it, okay?
You're so dumb. You are really dumb, for real.
But that is another problem is with the agent. If you unable to come, don't drag the time of the other person because value other people's time. That's all I want to say. The second type of agent that I met before is those that don't even know what they are selling. Not only they don't even know what they are selling, they don't even know the basics of the property. Now, for example, is the property is leasehold? Is the property is a freehold? What is the size? How much is the maintenance fee? All these things are rather basic, but sometimes I'm met with the agents, they don't even know what they are talking about. So yeah, I will need to dig the information myself rather than relying on them. The third type of the agents that I met before, this is the worst type of agents, is when they're telling lies. Now the thing is, if there's something happen in the unit itself or within the building or in the surrounding area, just be frank and tell the prospect, okay, like the buyer, like myself, because never tell a lie when you will break the trust. End of the day, as like investors myself, I will never just rely on the information from one source. I will always get more information from the ground, from the building management, from other agents to formulate the part of the process where I make a decision. Okay, so never rely on the information solely from the agents because I think it's a little bit dangerous, especially if they're telling lies. So, and especially if you talk about this, is that lies, you can never cover the lies because the truth is out there. You can always find out the truth from other sources.
No government agency has jurisdiction over the truth.
Number 4, there are types of agents that really just not listening to what you're trying to say.
It was a huge movie. It was the lead.
No!
Now this is the type of agents that keep on talking without getting information from you. Now why this is important to listen to your customer, to your prospect buyer, is because at the end of the day, agents is there to make sure to give what the customer needs. Okay, but not just keep feeding information that's not even relevant to them. So I have seen many agents that keep on talking irrelevant things. They didn't even care to find out what potential buyer are looking for. So I think this is another type. Agents type number 5 that I met before is those agents that only go for the money. Now, there's nothing wrong go for the money, because end of the day, it's all about profitability, and also if you run a business, it's all about money making. There's nothing wrong with it. But what makes it a little bit wrong is that agents, they only go for the money without considering what the customers actually looking for. They might suggest this and that, and they might potentially suggest a completely wrong product to the customer. So all because the commission is much higher. So I have seen this kind of agents, they don't even care, and sometimes in order to get the sales, they keep on spamming your phone and keep on calling you until you just bar them. Now, if you're property agents, this video could be for you, because I technically am providing feedback as a property investor. Now, let me be clear, I'm not against property agents. There are a lot of good agents out there, and some of them, they really done their job. They know what you want, they give you what you want, and close the deal. That's it. But unfortunately, there are a lot of agents that no experience, and sometimes it really like pain. Now, the solution is simple. Whichever the things that I complain about or I rant about earlier in this video, just turn it. Don't do it, then you'll be okay. But anyway, I just want to have a quick highlight what you should be doing instead and how to improve. The first thing, how to give the best experience to the prospective buyer, is to be on time. Never be late to the appointment. Now, better still, go there to the unit or whichever the place that you're going to meet at least 10 minutes earlier. Now, if you're going to a cafe, just maybe you can just buy the coffee for the customer, or if you're going for viewing, make sure you turn on all the lights, turn on all the air conditioning, so that the prospective buyer, when they come in, they feel comfortable. The likelihood for them to buy from you or they like the unit is much higher. Now, the second one is about product knowledge. Now, for projects, for new development is much easier, because more or less all you need to learn is all the same. It's about how big is the land, how many total units in the building, and how much is the maintenance fee. Now, how many types are there, how many facing, what kind of are we looking at the KLCC or are we looking at the other area. All these rather basic, because you just need to memorize very minimal information, especially for the projects. Now, when it comes to product information, sub-sale is much harder than projects, because sub-sale accounted for 80% of the property in the market. Now, any agents that are, they are focusing on sub-sale, usually they are more experienced than those that selling projects. Reason being because there's a lot of projects that completed long ago in the market. That's why they call it sub-sale. And a lot of properties out there, there are different kind. For example, apartments, condos, service apartments, landed property, bungalows. Now, all these property are entirely different, so it's not the same. So I really respect those agents that really can, when you ask them question, they can easily come out with the answer. So these are the experienced agents that can really help you to find the good property. Number 3, don't tell lies. If you don't know, just tell the prospect buyer that I don't know. Alright, it's okay that you don't know certain information rather than you tell a lie. Okay, because it will actually break the trust between you and the prospect buyer. And one of the tips that you can actually do to tell the prospect buyer, if you don't know the answer, is that I will find it out. Just tell them, I'm sorry sir, I'm not really familiar in this, I'm not really sure, but I will find it out for you. I'll get back to you. Done. It's that simple, easy. Now, being a successful agent is to listen to what the customer needs. For example, firstly, you have to build a rapport and ask the question what they actually need in order to serve them better. Okay, so for example, you need to find out what's their budget, and are they buying for investment or they are buying for own stay, and where do they work. Try to ask questions. It's much easier when you ask a question and you get back the answer. It's much easier for you to close the deal because you can recommend something that they need. Don't always go for money, because end of the day, this doesn't make sense if you keep on pushing things that with higher commission, but end of the day, it's either they cannot afford to buy or they don't even like it. So you lose the whole time spent. Okay, why not just get something that they want, even though with lower commission, right? At least you close them, right? Rather than push the things and get wasted. Not only that you waste your time, you waste your money to get them as a lead as well. Now the last one, a little bit hard to explain. You need to build rapport, right? But you cannot keep on talking until you annoy the other person, right? They need some space to think. They need some space to look at the property. So don't keep on talking until you bombard them with all the because become annoyed. So try not to do that. And lastly, remember, during your appointment or meeting the clients, bring your smile with you.
Now, about that sedan.
Yeah, hang on there, Slick. Now I see your game. We come in here wanting a practical car, but then you dangle this tank in front of me and expect me to walk away. Now I demand you tell me more about this tank.
Well, if you're looking for quality, then look no further.
Now I hope you enjoyed this video. It's just a little bit the rant from my experience dealing with agents, and also how I think the agents should improve. Now obviously, like I said, there are a lot of very experienced agents out there. Okay, so end of the day, I still think that the agents that focusing on sub-sale is way better than those in projects.